Very good to see you again. Very shortly, we have got music from a multi-millionaire Russian pop sensation who's called himself after me in a bid to reach the big time. Eamonn.
That's doomed for failure then, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, very, very good. Anyway, we're getting all fishy because we have another treat now for you. Dermot O'Leary and chef Loz Tallent are going to make fish cakes. And how do you two go together? How do you know each other?
Well, I've got a restaurant with a couple of partners of mine and my girlfriends and wives down in. We've got two. We've got one in Brighton and one in Poole, and we run sustainable fish restaurant. We've just got a cookbook out. Loz has been with us before the restaurant even opened. So Loz has been with us.
Loz is the talent.
Pretty much, literally, yeah. We changed his name to Talent because we were so impressed with his cooking.
Fishy Fishy, from the book, a recipe, Loz. What are you going to do?
Loz is our head chef.
We're going to make fish cakes today. We've got some poached white fish here. We've got some smoked mackerel to give it a bit of a kick.
Ruth's favourite fish.
I like a bit of smoked mackerel.
Loz did his research. He called ahead.
We do some great mackerel dishes.
So we love mackerel, don't we, Loz?
Yeah, we do. It's a good sustainable fish. We're going to add some seasoning. We're going to chuck in some egg yolks. We're going to panne it with flour, breadcrombs.
Well, you get going on that. You've got your fish into your mash.
Yeah, we're going to add the fish into the mash. We're going to add.
Loz was a head chef down in Brighton, and we really liked his stuff. Loz is, you studied fish for about 6 or 7 years, didn't you?
Yeah, I have now.
When you were brought up in Ireland, was Friday a fish day for you?
Well,
a fish day for us?
When we used to go back for the classic plastic paddy holiday, it was 6 months on the beach, and it was all about. I remember eating my first ever mackerel in Ireland. It was just freshly caught. Like you said, Friday was the fish day, and I remember it in the caravan and that lovely kind of mackerel smells like no other fish, doesn't it? It's got that lovely fresh mackerel. It's extraordinary.
Yeah, you can't get it out of your clothes or curtains for
Where's your passion for good fish come from?
Well, I've grown up in Brighton, so living by the sea, obviously, it's there on your doorstep, so it doesn't really get any fresher than that.
Loz, where do you stand on seasonal fish?
Seasonal, it's all about seasonal and sustainable. It's got to be left for the next generation. So we've got to look after the fish supplies, which means working well with the fishermen.
That was a lovely thing when we first started, was to find a chef that sort of shared our vision as well. Loz is really passionate about it. To make sure we recycle all our stuff as well.
Can I just, for people following the recipe, so that was an egg.
So we've got an egg yolk in here, parsley, coriander, salt and pepper. We're just going to start to make fish cakes.
Does Dermot actually cook? Does he come in and annoy you in your kitchen?
Well, he definitely comes in. I don't know about cooking, but that's why I'm there.
He just eats it, do you?
Pretty much, yeah. I just walk around and do that kind of make sure everyone's having a good time thing, which is really enjoyable. Yeah, pretty much. I go down to the kitchen sometimes, it's like Armageddon down there.
But do you cook? Can you?
Yeah, no, I do. I mean, that's where funnily enough, when we first started the restaurant, I used to work in sort of restaurants and front of house, and did a little bit of kind of helping in the kitchen when I was younger and paying my way through university, and I thought that was going to be my career. I really wanted to go down that route, and then of course I also wanted to get into television, and that took over. So I wanted to do this, but I thought it's probably going to happen a bit later on in life. So when we all decided to open the restaurant, it's sort of a dream come true, really.
And you always wanted it to be a fish restaurant as well, yeah.
And when you're in the restaurant, to the diners say, "You look a bit like that guy off the telly."
They don't really recognise.
But he's much better looking, they say.
On TV.
So
Eamonn was fiddling about with your fish cakes.
We're going to coat the fish cakes.
Has homeboy ruined that dish, Russ?
No. He's going to coat that in egg,
flour, breadcrumbs.
Well, flour first to dry the mix out. Then we're going to add it into the egg so that we can get the breadcrumbs to stick.
Okay.
So
is that what you were doing now?
That's exactly what I was
doing. We're just going to quickly coat.
Loz, essentially, could you? I mean, what we're doing really is warming that up, aren't we? Because all that you can eat that raw. It's all cooked, isn't it?
The fish has been cooked.
Now that's what I call a fish cake, not those little mixed.
No. It's all about getting a decent sized fish cake.
And
so
my mum used to make fish cakes with tinned salmon. Are you not averse to that?
Well, salmon at the moment is on a to-watch list because of what it's being fed.
Okay.
So we obviously are going back to the sustainable thing again. Some of the feed that the salmon is being fed on isn't coming from a sustainable source. So we're just looking into that to
Peruvian anchovy, isn't it?
To find a better source. So yeah, it's another one that we're looking at.
It's difficult with farmed salmon because you think it's fantastic, but and aquaculture is very important up there in Scotland and some of the jobs it provides and so forth. But you've got to make sure what they're doing up there is kind of as sustainable as catching it from the wild, you know.
So you're making your own
mushy peas here. So we've got some
mushy peas to die
sweated down onions, a bit of garlic, in with spring onions. And we're going to add some fresh mint.
What type of peas are those?
These are just garden peas.
Yeah. You see, I quite like, are they called marrow-fat peas?
Yes, marrow-fat peas. I'm a fan of the marrow-fat pea.
What's say?
It's not for everyone.
Marriage ref.
I know, it's happening. I love my wife.
I'm a fan.
And I love my husband, but I can't do with his marrow-fat pea obsession.
No.
It's an item all over.
That and the lawn.
I love steeping them overnight on a Saturday night for Sunday lunch.
Yeah. What we've got here is...
Ruth, do you like a marrow-fat?
No, marrow-fat peas from the tin. No, horrible. But that was mint and onion and peas, garlic, and then you just mushed it.
Yeah, basically we're just going to cook those out, and we've got some here that we pureed in a food processor, or you could use a stick blender. So those are ready to go. We've got some fish cakes in the oven,
now, so
ready
you
to come
fried
out.
your fish cakes?
Yeah, we're going to fry them here.
And then you put them in the oven.
Yeah, we're just going to turn them over. We're just going to get them into the oven. We have some already in the oven, ready to go.
So why do you do that?
Well, just to make sure that we get the centre hot without burning the outside. I think if you were to do it all the way in the pan, it would probably burn on the outside before we got that.
You want that lovely little brown on the fish.
We do. You want a bit of crisp, don't you?
Always.
Oh, those
Loz, what do you want to do, by the way?
We've got,
this is what it's like when I go down. I just end up talking and don't really do anything.
We've got a serving plate.
Chopping a
now.
lemon, is that it?
Am I lemon wedging it?
Yeah. So we'll get a couple of these on.
Good bit of knife action there,
here.
Dermot.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm known for my knife skills down in
He does
Brighton.
pay attention occasionally. So we've got fish cakes. Down here we've got
The whole recipe's on the website, incidentally, if you want to keep tabs on
Now
that.
that's a good lemon wedge,
you
isn't
think?
it? Look, a lemon wedge made by Dermot O'Leary.
We've got a nice fresh mixed herb salad.
And a bit of mushy
Do you want to
peas.
serve
There
up
you
the
go,
mushy
chef.
peas?
Yes, chef.
So we've got some blitzed mushy peas here.
They're beautiful colour, aren't they?
So we'll
mushy
serve with
peas.
some of that. And down here we've got
That's my lunch sorted then.
We've got a traditional hollandaise. We'll put a dollop of that on there.
Why hollandaise on
And
there?
there you
Loz?
go.
What does that
well,
taste
it's just nice and rich, creamy, good fresh eggs.
That's a
And
nice
good luck.
crispiness going
Fishy,
on there.
fishy. Well done.
Thank
very
you.
good seeing
Thanks
you.
so much,
Marriage
mate.
ref, thank you very much indeed. Be
Appreciate
watching
it.
you tomorrow night. Thank you very much indeed.
You're on Marriage Ref soon, aren't you?
The week after next, I think,
Oh.
as well. Yeah. They wanted someone to talk sense on that programme.
But he
we're
wasn't
going to take
available, so
a
I got
short break. When we come back, we will, after polishing off the rest of these fish cakes, we've got Faye Sawyer, and she's everything you know about being stylish in the sun. She's got it all right after this.
That's beautiful.